Good morning, YouTube. It's not uncommon for today's vehicles to have fuel pump computers, fuel pump driver modules, fuel pump modules. Some manufacturers call the fuel pump assembly the fuel pump module. It's a fuel pump. But anyway, they call it a module because it has fuel temperature sensor in it, fuel tank pressure sensor in it, sending unit, all that stuff. So I understand. But they also have fuel pump driver modules, fuel pump flow control modules, all kinds of stuff. Flex fuel sensors in the fuel system telling the computer the volatility and alcohol content of the fuel. But a friend of mine has an 07 Chevy Silverado 2500 or 1500 or whatever the case is, or 6.0, and he's said he had put a fuel pump in, the fuel pump went bad. Not uncommon for that to happen if he's using aftermarket. But not likely, as it is anymore. And then he said he put a fuel pump in, and it started up and then it died again. And that's like, you probably have a wiring problem or the fuel pump control module shot. And he's like, I don't have a fuel pump control module. Well, most cars do today, and it's very odd if his does not. But here's the location for it. So you see what it says? Remove the spare tire, just like the Fords. I don't know why they stick this back here. It doesn't make any sense. People who have work trucks or in the water, in the swamps, and I'm sure this stuff does a good job of keeping moisture and water out, but if it was up higher, I don't know why they didn't stick it in the engine bay, but it would make sense to relocate it. But anyway, here you go, Johnny. John Pascarello, my boy. Right here. Take your spare tire down, inspect that, check the grounds back there. And I do believe that this needs to be flashed. So I don't know if it's something you can do yourself. You might be able to. GM might be able to send that to you, order it for you, or have it on the shelf pre-programmed, or they might be able to flash it. But you need to take a look at it. Also check the wire harnesses that flow to it and see what's going on. This may or may not be your issue, but if you're blowing fuses and circuits like that, it's either starting at the back or starting at the front somewhere.